anchor for many at the Breeders' Cup of 2024 is Thorpedo Anna. She runs in the Distaff on Saturday. She's currently 8-13 here over in the UK. She's been fantastic so far this season. They could have gone towards the Classic. They've opted to come here for the Distaff. Luke Elder alongside Tom Collins on the Turf and Touchdowns podcast, taking a look at this spot. I was desperate to take her on. I'm going to be honest with you, Tom. I really wanted to take Thorpedo Anna on as a betting proposition. I want to see her win, but easier said than done.
Yeah, she's a very short price. I think she's 4-6, if I'm right, at the moment in the UK. Obviously, she's short on the morning line in the US as well, and she's going to take money. This is Thorpedo Anna we are talking about. Her run when she was second in the Travers behind Fierceness. If she repeats that, she hacks up here. There is no question. And her last 4 runs in general have been very consistent, so why won't she repeat it? The issue is with Thorpedo Anna, plan Bs never really work out. And it feels like the Distaff is a little bit of a plan B. They wanted to go to the Classic. They've decided to go back against her own gender. She had a bit of a nick in travel. She had a cut on her hindquarters. So there have been a couple of little questions there with Thorpedo Anna. However, and this is a big however, she is by far the most talented horse in the race if she produces her A game. I don't really see how you can be full out opposing her, but she is a short price.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to you a few months ago that my bet at the Breeders' Cup might be Idiomatic each way, because at the time, Idiomatic was 6-1. We lost another horse, I can't remember who it was, from this contest, and then we lost Idiomatic. So that takes out the main threat to Thorpedo Anna, but there are still some in here. Look, Raging Sea is a horse who, she's improved the last few starts. I quite liked her in the Chuvy Stakes at a Grade 2 3 starts ago. Didn't quite imagine her going off potentially a second favourite in a race like this, but her latest 2 runs have been very good.
Yeah, they have, but she's a deep closer. Saying that, this Distaff race, when it's been run at Del Mar twice in the past, both occasions has gone to a stalker or a closer. It's never gone to a horse right on the front. So there is your little positive for the likes of Raging Sea, who are going to come from way out of it. I think Raging Sea has to improve again. The form with Idiomatic is solid enough, but the one time that Raging Sea beat Idiomatic, Florence Giroux had an absolute nightmare on the Juddmonte filly, and she wasn't really able to run her race. It was a very inefficient ride, and Raging Sea came through. Thorpedo Anna, in my opinion, is a little bit more talented than Idiomatic anyway, and Thorpedo Anna is likely to make the front by herself unless Honor D Lady wants to go forward as well. So Raging Sea is going to have to overcome a lot to beat this favourite.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Potentially up with the pace as well will be Awesome Result, who is a Japanese runner, Yatakataki, taking the ride, 7 from 7, I should say, over in Japan. Has looked very good so far. I think this sort of niche trip as well of a mile and a furlong, I think that's going to help her out. I don't think 10 furlongs really sees her truly to best effect. I think with her as well, you're probably looking at the main threat to Thorpedo Anna.
Yeah, highly likely. I did go back and watch a few of her replays on YouTube. They're not easy to find, but I did find a couple. She's been very interesting in Japan. Look, I'm not a Japanese form guru. I don't know for sure what she's been beaten. But on occasion, she's been very impressive, and on occasion, she's kind of clambered home. There's also been instances where she's briefly missed the kick, which forces her to race just in behind the speed, and some occasions where she breaks really well and gets on the pace. I think she's likely to sit maybe 3rd or 4th in here. Obviously, if she gets a flyer, she'll be right up there with Thorpedo Anna and Honor D Lady. But I think Yatakataki will probably take back into that stalking role and hope that she can produce a kick to run down Thorpedo Anna. But I just don't see that happening personally. Thorpedo Anna obviously has got proven stamina over further from the Travers, and she's just going to be mighty tough. So I'm going to put my pick out there. It's going to be a very boring one, but one that punters will like. If you like short price favourites, Thorpedo Anna could be banker material in the Distaff. She's my play.
Yeah, she'll be my play as well. I'm going to put her in a reverse forecast with Awesome Result, who I can just see running a very big race in this contest. One thing before we wrap this up that I will say about Thorpedo Anna, yes, last time around she offered a relatively low speed figure of 93 by her standards. I don't think she got a very good ride at all. I thought the ride was a case of, I'm the best horse in this race. Whatever I do, I'm going to go out there and win. And it almost blew up in their faces. She got boxed in as they turned for home. They tried to give her an easy time late on in the piece, and she just stopped and allowed the second to come back into things. I think once they ride her like a proper racehorse once again and really ask her to go and do something, she will do something quite special. If she returns, as you say, to that form behind Fierceness 2 starts ago, this isn't even a contest and the rest needn't bother turning up. And one final point that could be construed as a negative. She's been on the go for a long time as Thorpedo Anna. It's been a long season for her. She made her seasonal reappearance back in March of this year, and she's been consistently on the go throughout. So there are a few warning signs with Thorpedo Anna. However, this isn't a deep race whatsoever. Thorpedo Anna for Tom, Thorpedo Anna for myself, and I'm going to put her in a reverse forecast with awesome result. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Turf and Touchdowns Podcast. We are also doing a preview for every single Breeders' Cup race this year. Why not go check out one of the other ones? Until then, stay safe. God,